Welcome back, everyone, to the Discipline the Gens pod. I'm your host, Matty Betts. I'm here with Trevor and Gino Bet Openly. I've been gone the past 2 days, but I'm pumped to be back. How have we been doing the last 2 days, guys?
What have you been the last 2 days? Tell the funny story, not the sad one.
Yeah. The funny story was, long story short, I went to Miami to get a new passport yesterday, and it was the craziest day of my life. Like, I got up at 4:30 in the morning, got there for an early 7 a.m. appointment. Next thing you know, my car gets towed. Then my tags are expired. The tow place won't give me my car back. I then do 3 different Ubers all over Miami, go to a tag agency, get my tags expired or get my tags renewed, then go back to the car towing company. And next thing you know, they won't even give me my car back. I finally pay, and they make me wait another hour. I call the police on them, and I was like, give me my damn car. I paid. I finally get out of there. Then I go back to the passport agency. It's literally 8 hours to get a passport. Long story short, yesterday. So it was absolutely.
We gotta win that money back for you, brother. Let's get some plays out. We'll get some money flowing.
On that news, Maddie's hired a personal assistant. Send him a DM.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. Bro, I wish I could delegate that shit for my passport.
Oh man,
how'd we do yesterday though?
We won. We made some money back.
And did we win the day before?
Wednesday we took off.
Or the day before? No,
Thursday we were up. Yesterday we went literally even on units. I went 2 and 2, but we went up Thursday. Wednesday we were off. But the overall plays on both sides, we've also been up the last 2 days.
Yeah,
both of us with all our plays have been up too.
So what are we? 5-6 days in? We haven't had a red day yet, right?
We had one, and we lost 0.6 units.
Okay, so we had one red day. Got it.
One was a sliver red.
Yeah,
sliver
just
red.
tiny.
All right. Well, we got plenty of plays today. I'll get started, Gino, with let's see what you got.
Yeah, I'll start you off with my dog of the day. I don't know much about UFC, so I was joking around with people. I don't know if these dudes kick, punch, headbutt. I don't know what they do. But I've been starting to mess with Z-Code and the return on investment, and Ryan Spann at plus 150 money line. This is actually my first ever UFC play I'm ever giving out. I text you guys quietly about him, seeing if I know what the fuck I'm doing. But first one ever, Ryan Spann plus 150 money line. And then Mississippi State. Bet Openly has it at minus 1.5 at plus 105. I love plus 105s. If there's a odds that I love the most, it's when the other side's minus 115. It means the public moved it a little, but they're not afraid of it enough to move it a point. So Mississippi State minus 1.5 plus 105.
I like it. I got Ryan Spann on my card, and this isn't an official play that I'm giving out on the stream, but I also have that round 1 submission prop for him, which is plus 1,300. So I think it could hit, bro. I really.
Yeah, those things. So picking the round and picking the style to end it at like 10x.
Yeah, it just depends, right? It depends on it depends on the fighters and how they typically finish fights and But I mean, Ryan Spann he never gets out of the first round. He either wins or loses in that first round.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, so I mean, it's going to be a banger in that first round. Like we'll see how it plays out. Some people think Nikita Krylov is going to literally wrestle right from the get-go, but that's why I also like that submission prop because I feel like I just need to give this out now, Trevor. Why don't we put it up? I'm just going to give it out and go for it. So Ryan Spann plus 1,300 quarter unit, first round submission. So here's the way I think this fight could play out. In that first round, if Ryan Spann starts to piece Krylov up on the feet, he could shoot a sloppy takedown and get guillotined. I think that's one way he could win. I also think that Nikita will try to get a takedown early. And if he does that, Nikita's known to make mistakes in the grappling where he gets caught, like he did against Paul Craig, and he's done it in the past. So, and I love Ryan Spann's, he's extremely explosive, and he could catch him in a submission. So the knockout in the round 1's more likely. It's 8-1. But I just like the value on the submission because I think even if he starts to piece him up on the feet, he could lock in a choke or a guillotine and submit him. So
we going quarter unit on that?
Quarter unit, yeah.
Responsible.
I have a half unit on my Twitter card, but I'll go since this is the DD podcast, we'll give it out at a quarter unit.
Attaboy.
Yeah. So I also have Ryan Spann's money line on my Twitter card too. But I'm going to keep going in the UFC.
Keep going. Keep giving more plays.
So in the same exact fight, I'm going under 30.5 significant strikes, right? All for the same reasons. I don't think this fight gets out of the first round. Nikita Krylov has not gone over this number in quite some time. I just think it's going to be an early finish. And even if it isn't an early finish and Nikita's dominating with the wrestling, he might not hit that over anyways, right? If the fight's off the feet.
This might be a dumbass question.
Yeah.
Who counts the significant strikes? Because you know how like 3 judges will score a fight differently?
Yeah.
Is it the average of all 3 of their strikes?
Yeah, I mean, so there's a difference between strikes and significant strikes,
Yeah,
right?
no, I know.
Like a jab or like some strikes won't be significant, but yeah, it's just unofficially by the UFC and like on the website and ESPN.
Oh, I got it. So they pick one and stick with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, up next, I'm going Dante O'May's money line. So I just think the value's there. The plus 115, I think he should be a small favorite here. Augusto Sakai has been finished in 4 straight fights. Now, granted, the competition he's fought is a little bit better than Dante O'May's, but Dante O'May's is John Jones' training partner. Dante O'May's stuck with Ciryl Gane for a few rounds before getting submitted. He's 6'6". He can use the wrestling. I just like him to win this fight. I actually have a couple other sprinkles on him on my Twitter card as well. But for the sake of the stream, I'm just going to give out the money line here at plus money. Plus money, I think he is well over a 50% chance at winning this fight. And then my final play I gave out a few days back, I think Tuesday or Wednesday, Andre Muniz money line. I do think he could get a submission, but I won't be shocked if he gets like a unanimous decision. So I'm going to stick with that money line play. Let me see what that line's up to now. I sent it out, I believe it was Tuesday or Wednesday on the stream. I'm going to see what it's at now. I know
we sent it out Tuesday.
Yeah, it's been back and forth a lot. Let's see. It's at minus 220 now, so not crazy movement. But I thought it would be over minus 250, honestly. So we did see. It seems like we did see some money come in on Brendan Allen here, which Brendan Allen's a good fighter. But I just think there's levels when it comes to the grappling.
I see Andre at a minus 195
on Bet Openly.
No question.
I put that in. I put that in yesterday on Bet Openly.
I like it.
What you got, Trevor?
So I'm going to talk about 2, but one we gave out early this morning, and it was just what Gino was talking about. We went Iowa, Michigan State already, over 68.5 first half points. So my model had them going over this game, and it was plus 100 at Bet Openly, and the line was 69 at most other books were minus 115, right? So just like Gino's explaining, when I could see it hit 115, okay, it gave them a half a point, right? So they wanted the hook. But I got it for plus money, and this, by the way, they scored 82 in the first half. So easy money win to start off the day. I always like starting off college basketball Saturday that way.
I love it.
And we're going to go 1 college, 1 hockey today. We've been doing really well on hockey. NBA, for those who watched yesterday, it was a complete disaster from 350-point games to, the Knicks or Nets who couldn't even score. But here's another Bet Openly bet we got out early today, and this is one that it's just, I think this is a great example. So we got Miami at Florida State. Miami, who's been a monster at home. Florida State is just hot trash. Like, that's the nicest thing I have to say about the college basketball program. This is minus 105 at Bet Openly. We get it in. This line is 14.5 at every other book at minus 110. I don't care if you're at Caesars, DK, FanDuel, wherever you're at. So if my model had this around 17 today, and if you're going to give me a 1.5, I'm just going to take it. Like, I'm going to blindly take it. I'll bet it 100 times out of 100, and I'll even go more units if I can get more units on it, but I couldn't. But Florida State 11-17 against the spread there, and they're even worse on the road. Just everything points to Miami, and again, you give me a 1.5. Love that pick. I
love this pick. I'm actually jealous, Maddie. We had 2 floor seats at the game. They're $200 each, but dude and Alex took them. So I was like, I can't drive down there, get drunk, and try and get home an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah,
it's a long Uber for you guys.
Long Uber in the heat. So I love this pick, though. I think Miami pieces them up.
Yeah, it's Miami's just been so they're like Iowa. When both those teams are at home, they're just completely different teams.
You might like this. You might like this overlap too, Trev. I have the under in the first half in this game, not because I don't think Miami will score. I think Miami's defense is going to make FSU look bad.
I love it. There we go. That's see, like, for those who've been following, right? Gino, I've been talking quite a bit privately, and we're doing really well when like my model's out, right, and he's lining up on it. We've hit quite a few of those so far when we're both on the same. I literally think we've only missed one because I've been tracking it.
Yeah, Maddie comes in with the absolute fire, 13x, 20x madness in UFC. Yesterday, probably the highlight of this show. I said I like Charlotte, I like Minnesota team total under, and both of those came through. I said, you got to take which one you like best. We did Minnesota team total, but obviously the better play was Charlotte, not plus 6.5 a money line. But either way, you take the win and you move forward.
Yeah. And then, also stick around. I won't have it up till later. I wanted to see the last practice end of everything, but we hit the plus 3,500 winner at NASCAR last week. Same thing, right? We're going to have 0.1 to 0.2 units, on 4 to 6 guys. We want to see, who's running right where, and we'll have that out either later tonight or early tomorrow. But my other one for today, we got Claude Giroux. Again, it's funny that these are the ones I picked without you even talking about it, right? I was able to get it plus 105, 2.5 shots on goal. And this is minus 115 again at most other books. Crazy. So we got it there. We have him projected for 3, and his implied odds on this, when I math it out, should be 218 at this line against for this. Montreal is 28th in the league in shots on goal allowed. They're just terrible. So I'm excited to see how the rest of Saturday goes. There's a ton of bets up in Discord and on Facebook already.
Oh, shit, man. We got, bro, the algo went fucking lunatic mode today. I got 3, 6, 9 NCAA plays, 5 NBA, and 4 NHL, and then my first ever 2 UFC. And then one thing I'll say, Maddie and I were talking last night, dude, I always thought like bet openly was a good hedge to books, for better lines and odds. I'm starting to see that like if you're a responsible gambler, like you really should have NHA, Prize Picks. You should be at FanDuel, Draft. I know you guys can't all put like $500 in each of them. That's a lot of money to be out there. But the line variance is just fucking stupid. It's like these, I'm sorry for being such an old head, but it's like if you could buy the same stock on 5 different stock markets at different prices, and they just haven't come up with a back-end software to collaborate. I don't know why they haven't. Maybe they have and they're fucking waiting to release it, but it's stupid to me. I cannot believe the fact that I can go on and look at things that are off by 20%. Like 5% margins are all you need to make money, and then these 20% gaps.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's all about having as many platforms as possible to bet on. Like, I always have everyone, like, if you don't have a bet opening account, you just don't give a shit about value at the end of the day. Have a bet opening account, have a DraftKings, have a FanDuel. Like me in Florida, it is a pain in the ass. Like, it's literally a pain in the ass. I have to do the best I can and manage with it. But if you're in a legal state that's legal to DFS and to all these major sports books, it is such an advantage to be profitable long term. I mean, and you have these tools, like OddsJam, these other companies, which we're going to be announcing a partnership within the Discipline the Gens group with OddsJam here shortly, and we'll be opening that up to our community as well. But any tools like that is just going to massively help people. I mean, I gave out Jordan Levitt, which is one of Gino's algo picks today as well, at plus 1,700 on a knockout, right? He's fighting a guy making his UFC debut, and it's plus 1,200 on every other book.
That's insane.
That's on FanDuel, right?
That's 500 points. Right. That's fucking nuts. Well, Maddie, you bring up good points. I'm excited for the partnerships, the money we give out in value every day. Let's recap our plays. And I want to go fucking poolside and start drinking. So, Maddie, if you want to come over, let me know.
Nice.
The pool's finally open. All the salt's fucking balanced out so my skin won't fall off.
All right, so my plays, I'll go first. I got Nikita Krylov under 30.5 significant strikes. That's pretty much on any DFS app you'll see. NHA, Prize Picks, Underdog. Then I have Dante Mays money line at plus 115 for a unit. And I have Andre Muniz money line minus 205. And then I did sprinkle the quarter unit on Ryan Spann first round submission.
Fucking legendary. 3 picks. Why don't you? I'll go last. Why don't you go? Sure.
Okay. And then I have today, I got everything moved around. I got Miami, FSU minus 13. Again, I got it at 105 and a 1.5 difference. It's literally what we were just talking about, right? The book difference there. I put it up on Twitter and said, this is why I'm using Bet Openly, right? Like I got a better odd there. Same thing here. Claude Giroux, I got for plus 105 versus minus, 115 at every other book today.
I love it. And then I'm going my first UFC play ever. I was messing around with Z code. I have Ryan Spann as EV positive at plus 150 money line. I also have Mississippi State minus 1.5 at plus 105 on Bet Openly. And then messing with Matty a bit, one of the ones he gave out, I wasn't sure because, sometimes the lines do move because we have a smaller hold on MMA. Mm. But Andre Muniz, is it Muniz?
You Muniz or you Jordan Levitt?
I was just saying that you were mentioning Andre, you liked him in money line. I was just saying it's minus 195 on Bet Openly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's minus 195. I just put it in for a few hundred yesterday on Bet Openly.
Yeah, it was actually crazy because, again, I don't know if this is just donation money or it actually has a chance. But I was telling you, Matty, someone hit me up. They're like, I can't believe Montana De La Rosa is plus 750 on Bet Openly. It's only plus 400 everywhere else. This guy was like, I'm getting 2x. And I was like, that's fucking amazing. It's down to 650 now, but it's still better than 400.
Yeah, she's probably going to get her ass completely destroyed.
I'll tell you.
She's fighting like a world-class wrestler.
Okay, I get it.
I mean, it's the girl hasn't fought in like a few years. Tatiana Suarez, she hasn't fought in a while. And you just never know. It's a female fight in the UFC. You just never know what the hell's going to happen.
I agree, my dudes. I really appreciate the show, guys. Matty, thanks for the partnerships. Really excited for all the shit we're rolling out. Trev keeps fucking feeding. It's insane, the write-ups and value. We already had a fucking community that paid for itself, and then this asshole comes in and doubles the value overnight. It's crazy.
So let's go have a good weekend, and let's see some pics of the feet in the pool.
Later, my dudes. I will.
Yes.
All right.
Later.